Did you know if you aim your cannons upward, you can take down your own mast with a chain shot? You can use this to disable an enemy ship you boarded, and I know no one watching this will ever use this information to troll their own crew. Right, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the chain shot in addition to some tips and tricks, so stay tuned to the end of the video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Shadowglaive and I put out tips, tricks, and guides for Sea of Thieves, so if this kind of thing interests you, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. The chain shot while flying through the air is roughly 3 times wider than a normal cannonball. Hitting any part of the mast, including the crow's nest or the yard, will cause the mast to fall. Hitting the wheel or capstan will knock off all the pegs, but it will not drop the anchor. Most ship combat in Sea of Thieves is decided by whomever is able to incapacitate their opponent's ship or crew, as any hull damage you deal is meaningless if the enemy crew is given time to freely repair and bail. This is why you should use the chain shot first. A well-placed chain shot to your opponent's mast and wheel will completely cripple their boat, their ability to run away or fight back. While the chain shot is very strong, it does have its drawbacks. The biggest one being its shorter range. The chain shot's max range is roughly 75% to 80% of the distance of a normal cannonball. If you are in close quarter combat with another ship, then you only need to aim a little bit higher than normal. But you might notice pretty quickly during medium range combat that you need to aim a lot higher to compensate for the chain shot's quicker drop off. The other drawback is that masts are a much smaller target as compared to the entire hull of a boat. Before this patch, all cannonball ammunition had exactly the same range and drop off, so it was easy to predict your shot. It will take some time to learn the chain shot's trajectory. I recommend practicing your chain shot accuracy by going to a fort and using the cannons on the island to chain shot your own ship at different distances. The other drawbacks to the chain shot are that it will only put a small hole in ships, and it will only do 50% of a player's health on a direct hit, 25% if it lands 2 paces away, and 10% if it lands 3 paces away. Finally, the chain shot does not work against skeleton ships. Now you might be asking, how do I defend myself against the chain shot, especially on a sloop where you only have one mast? Your best defense against the chain shot is to react quickly and catch your mast before it falls. Since the chain shot makes a distinct sound as it travels through the air, it gives players a slight heads up that their mast might soon be hit. Be ready to lift your sails as soon as the chain shot hits, and it will prevent your mast from falling. Follow this up with a single plank repair to your mast and you're ready to drop your sails and start moving again. Just make sure to raise your sail completely or the mast will just fall over again. It is important to catch a mast before it falls because it will save you more time than had you let it completely fall down. As you can see, the mast on every boat takes roughly 6 seconds to fall, but in most situations, it will take significantly longer than 6 seconds to get your mast back up with 1 or 2 players raising the mast. Catching the mast before it completely falls should be your #1 priority on a sloop so you aren't caught dead in the water. Here's another trick. Have you ever bumped into the situation where you board an enemy boat, kill their crew, and now you're stuck sitting around waiting for your boat to take shots? Well, you will be happy to know that, as I mentioned earlier, you can aim the cannon straight up on a sloop and knock down your mast with a single chain shot. Shooting your own mast also works on the back mast of a brig, but sadly this does not work on any of the masts of a galleon. However, not all cannon skins can be used to take down your own mast. Some cannon skins have a slightly longer cannon barrel which completely prevents them from being aimed high enough to hit your own mast. So if you want to counter boarders or trolls from being able to use your own cannons against you, then make sure to equip the Obsidian, Silver Blade, Spartan, Mercenary, Parrot, or Aristocrat cannons, or any other cannon skin with a similar model. A minor detail worth noting is that while holding the chain shot in your hand, a loud rattling noise can be heard from up to 20 paces away. This happens whenever you pull the chain shot out, jump, or climb a ladder with the chain shot in your hand. So if you're trying to be stealthy, then make sure you don't have a chain shot in your hand when boarding or tucking on a ship, as you might accidentally alert players to your presence. If you found this video helpful, click that like button to make the YouTube algorithm happy. And feel free to leave a comment below to let me know what you think about the chain shot. And until next time, have fun chain shotting your own masts, and happy sailing.
Completely see this come like splash down.
Ready for it?
Seriously. Oh, we're in front of the
Land
ship?
on our boat.
Oh, we are.
God, teleported me!
Aww.